Hey, welcome back everyone. We've got more Age of Empires here. I'm up against my opponent W Terror, and we are on Mongolian Heights. I'm playing as the Opposite, and Mongolian Heights used to not be a particularly fun map for me. I used to play English a lot on the map because I just couldn't seem to get the Opposite to work out on it. But they've changed the map in this new season. There are now more ways across the river through the center of the map. Used to be there were only 3, now I think there's like 5 or maybe 6, so it's a lot harder to wall off your half of the map. Usually in the old map, people would just wall across these gaps, 1, 2, 3, and then they would just call it a day. They could pretty much do whatever they wanted on their side of the map. It was difficult to get across. You could make like a transport ship to maybe make a jump across the river, but it was pretty difficult. Now there's a lot more gaps. And so seeing players like wall off these gaps, it's one strategy, but it's only really going to cut off an approach. There's still plenty of ways across, and the gaps are huge. You'll notice that they're a lot wider now. They used to be rather thin. Right now we're going around, we're grabbing up sheep. We're going to age up here, up against the English, and I need to figure out if they are doing a slow feudal or a fast feudal. If it's fast, then we're going to expect a lot of pressure. If it's slow, then we can probably get our second town center, no problem. We're going to take a quick look for sheep, but now's when I really want to start scouting. I see him pull villagers off of gold. They're probably going to be building the landmarks. So I'm zipping around. We're trying to get a view. We really need to find that. Council hall going up. But instead, we identify villagers mining stone. So if he's gathering stone, he's trying to get a second town center, just like me. But the fact that he's going for it this soon, I decide, let's get a archery range down, we'll make 1 camel archer, we'll head across the map, and we'll try to discourage him from gathering stone. Something to disrupt his plans. There we go, we get the camel archer going. And looks like we've already got fresh foodstuffs on the way, looking good. And I've actually pulled villagers off of gold, we've only got 1. We're gonna wait and see what he's up to, but I don't think I really need gold. It looks like we're both kind of playing a macro game here. The only gold I'm really going to need is to get the wheelbarrow upgrade. So we're trying to get this camel archer out. Oh, got some long distance mining here. Good, getting the mining camp down. We got a decent amount of sheep. Pretty happy with how many we got there. We've got great vision of his base. We can see villagers on wood. We see the villagers on stone. Would like to get some vision up here, but this is pretty good. He's not mining any more gold. That's interesting. I'm glad he's not getting gold because I'm not getting gold either. We're just kind of trying to play a macro game here. But I suspect he doesn't have any military right now. In fact, I suspect he just has his council hall, and yeah, he's gained down a barracks. We're going to get on top of his villagers mining stone, hoping to get a kill with our camel archer. Looks like we are. And you'll notice he's not quite at the 300 stone, so it's pretty good that we were able to discourage him there. To be honest, rather than going after these villagers, I might just want to sit on top of the stone. I should at least put this archer over there, but oh, he's got longbowmen, never mind. This is probably when we need to back off. Oh, good use of his own villagers to snipe my units. Don't forget that English villagers come with bows. They can defend themselves very well. So hopefully we've disrupted him a little bit just with that small attack. He had to produce units, so he was spending wood. That's important. He's desperate for wood. We also got his villagers off of wood for a moment and off of stone for a decent amount. And yeah, he's having to build houses as well because he made those military units. Awesome. We'll get 1 more camel archer. Looks like we're also going to grab a stables because we're still waiting on our stone to roll in. But we should get up to 300 stone pretty shortly. And maybe my opponent's going to do the same? Guess we'll see. Okay, there's the wheelbarrow upgrade looking good. Camel Archer and Horseman can do pretty well against small groups of English units. Okay, looks like he got his 300 stone, and he's starting construction of his second town center. It looks like I want to confirm that. I clicked his stone. It's under 900, so he's gotten the 300 that he needs to build a second town center. So now we're going to try and find it. It's important to find those second town centers because they're good targets, and you always want to confirm what your opponent's going for. So we see the second town center, and we've got 6 villagers on gold. Ooh, getting a little too close with that scout. Not sure if I saw the villagers on gold. I feel like I did. If I did, then I'll probably rotate villagers over to gold and start gathering food aggressively. But we're just trying to get our second town center up. We're still producing military units, but it looks like I'm also mixing in scouts. It's just good to make scouts over the course of the game. Right now I'm completely in the dark on what he's doing. I'd love to get more scouts out on the map. Sending out small forces, we just want to check and see if he's gathering more stone. Maybe we can scout his gold, but it's kind of difficult to scout my opponent now because he's got a very condensed base. He's probably got farmlands around here. His wood line is safe. His gold is safe. He's well protected. There's not much I can really do to him. So we're circling around, trying to see what's going on. Don't see any longbowmen coming out of the council hall. There is a pretty far out villager here. I think we're going to target it down, yeah. Let's try and get that villager. It's like 3 longbowmen, maybe. Just a couple. We get the villager. There he is down there. Now I just want to check the gold. Even more villagers on gold. This is when I must have identified it. Now I'm realizing, okay, opponent's going to the Castle Age. We're going to go to the Castle Age too. So sending villagers over to gold and sending villagers over here to gather these deer. We don't think he's going to be aggressive, and we have a small army. We can at least defend this position. So we're going to use this food, maybe even the sheep that we have here. Yeah, we're already gathering our sheep. It looks like some farms. So we're just going to accelerate to the Castle Age. We're going to keep our units active on the map. Want to deny him when we can. Yep, sending the scout out. We're going to identify where we can pick off villagers or if he's trying to move out on the map. Because until he produces a substantial force, he should not be roaming around. Yeah, good production here. I like the handful of archers and horsemen. And we have good timing with the scout. This is why we keep producing scouts. This is a scout that I didn't start with. I produced this. And we're able to spot one of his villagers coming out. An already injured villager, actually. So we're just going to send the horsemen forward to take them out. If he sends longbowmen out, we'll take them on. If he sends anything outside of the range of these town centers, we're going to hunt them down. Yep, there's some shots from the longbowmen. We can just kind of dance back and forth. And then there's not much he can do about this. We're just going to clean up his villager. If he wants to send his longbowman forward, go for it. We'll engage. Also sending some villagers to stone. My opponent is going to likely make the King's Palace as his next landmark. And that will grant him... That'll grant him another town center, so he'll be on 3. So I'd like to be on 3 town centers as well. This could really turn into a macro game. So we're just going to pick at the stone, try to get a 3rd town center up. Military production's pretty lacking, but that's because we went so aggressive into food and gold. There, we're pulling some villagers off of food. That's what I like to see. Hopefully they are heading over to wood. Yeah, this new wood line. We're probably rallying villagers, yep, to the wood line. We need more wood now. In fact, we could probably pull these villagers off of sheep because our food production is great. Additionally, we were able to make a dock here. Just as I said, our food production is great. It looks like I'm mixing in fishing boats. Probably a bit of overkill, but it's nice to diversify our food gathering. So now if we're denied at these deer, we've got another source of food trickling in. Now we're up to 15, 17 on wood. That's good. We're starting to see more forces from my opponent. It's looking like more infantry. Probably going to lose my scout here. Got to keep producing scouts or we're just going to lose vision. Okay, good. We got another one here. I was using my horsemen to burn this down, but it looks like he's trying to send troops to clean up my horsemen, so we'll just send them a new way. Also good to get outposts on the map. English hate outposts. They just don't like being spotted. Wow, this dock gives great vision. I'm kind of surprised by how much vision it gives. Still just producing villagers. Now I'm in the Castle Age and trying to decide how I want to play this. Nice, finding villagers in the fields here. Oh, they're kind of stutter stepping there. I think maybe a bug there. Okay, he makes it to the Castle Age. I got to assume his King's Palace is somewhere in here. We need more military production. Okay, there's the next town center. Like seeing that. Good, we got a good amount of villagers building it. Still gathering sheep. We've got a few farms. Would like to see more farms, though we are really strapped for wood. And we need wood to make more military production because our current military production is really busy. Yeah, this stables is just really piled up with units. And we have so much food to spend as well. He sneaks an army in here. Look at how many villager kills he's getting here. That's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, no textiles upgrade. Really gotta get that textiles upgrade. Oh, there's even more. That was maybe like 6 or 7 villagers there. But he is gonna lose this army. This army's not going home because we've got the right composition to take care of it. Yeah, he can't send his he can't send those spearmen forward. They're just gonna get cut down by the camel archers. And now he can't deal with the lancer, so we'll clean this up. Got a few more fishing ships, that's good. Need to get villagers back on wood chopping duty. Yep, looking good. Upgrades. I don't even think we have a blacksmith. A little late to get on upgrades here. Oh, but okay, there it goes. Looks like instead of prioritizing the blacksmith upgrades, we prioritize the religious game. Ah, and now we spot a keep going down. Take care of his knights. Now we're going to expand across the map. Got a nice force here. Should stay active with it. Like maybe move over to this sacred site to help out this imam. Okay, and we spot another relic back here. That's a good find. Looks like I already had an imam heading out here, just working off the assumption that there's a relic out here. Nearly done with the deer camp up here. I'm glad we got away with gathering all of it. You'd like to see me maybe gather more stone, but it looks like I'm focused on gold. That's a lot on gold. 25? And with the sacred site secured, we're going to get a lot of gold income here in just a moment. Let's take a look at income. English are ahead in food, no surprise there. We're ahead in wood. He's ahead in gold, but I suspect that's going to change very shortly. Now that I've got all these villagers working, we're getting a mining upgrade. And we're starting to deposit our relics. Yep. Hopefully we spend that gold on siege to take out his keep. Looks like I sent a small force the long way around. We're going to try to harass his farm lines. And it's good to kind of send them in staggered numbers. We really want him to like send only a small force to deal with this army, and then suddenly there's way more than he thought. Like he only sent maybe 2 longbowmen to deal with this camel archer, but now he's got a lancer hitting his units, and we're getting villager kills. There you go. Over here, we're trying to deny him from walling this off. That'll make fishing very awkward for us. There's his army. Looks like still more infantry. But we're going to send, again, more small forces in to snipe down his villagers. That's really good. This is great. Getting good villager kills here. Glad to see a Spring Alden placement on this outpost. Yeah, these units are going to get cleaned up. But we did get some good villager kills out there. He's coming forward. He's finally getting aggressive on my end of the map. I'm glad the Spring Alds are firing. Yep. Man, the range on this thing is insane. I'm going to send a small force forward. I like the Camel Archers engaging with the Spearmen, but these are veteran Spearmen. Looks like he went for the veterancy upgrade. Maybe he saw all the cavalry. My Trebuchet's firing, but he's got infantry on top of it. And look at how much damage these Man-at-Arms do to these Trebuchets. I'm going to try and retreat it, and I'm going to have a villager repair it. Really didn't want to lose this here. You can see the repair rate is a lot slower now. But I'm hoping to draw his forces in. I mean, we are repairing it. Oh, we should have kept it moving. But that's okay. Looks like our crossbowmen are here. They'll clean all this up. And we do have a lot of resources, like a lot of wood and gold, so we can afford a few trebuchets. Looks like he's got some forces over here. A lot of villagers. A little confusing there. I think maybe he was going for a keep drop. Let's see. No, he doesn't even have the stone, unless he's already placed it somewhere. But yeah, he ended up with a pile of villagers on my side of the map, and I'm not too sure about it. Looks like I lost an imam trying to bring back a relic, but we are up to 2, and we have the sacred sites. That's a lot of gold income. It looks like I chilled out on the gold mining. Now instead we're just gathering a lot of wood, and look at this military production. That's what I like to see. I'm sure we'll soon see a transition to farms. And the docks are still gathering. I mean, look at all these fishing ships. That's what I like to see. I've got one Man-at-Arms burning down this wall, and then I've got him queued to burn down that wall just to annoy the hell out of my opponent, just to get those attack ping notifications. Yeah, even these 2 crossbowmen are just annoying him by making pings on this mining camp. I sent a large force to try and find those villagers, but this smaller one finds them and slaughters the villagers. But I still feel like there's some villagers out here in the wilds. Regardless, I used a small force to build a ram over here, and now I'm probably going to unite these armies and really scare him. And I'm watching his troops over here with this outpost. If he pivots his army to the south, then we'll split off our forces and only send a small raiding force forward. So we break through, and I'm just going to have it move on to the outpost. We're going to send our troops forward, and let's watch. I was watching the mini-map, checking to see if his army would respond, and it looks like he is responding. So I'm going to break away units and say, okay, we don't need to send our full forces. Because these are really slow units. Longbowmen are slow. Man-at-Arms are slow. Oh, looks like there's an outpost down here, and it's getting some shots on my villagers. Oh, that's painful. You can see his forces arrive, but the only thing to destroy is this battering ram. The rest of my units have gone around, and we're going to attack his fields. Up front, we're dealing with his units and trying to use our trebuchet to knock down this keep. Wow, this keep has a lot queued up. That's a lot of trebuchets and crossbowmen. We're in the farmlands. We're tearing apart villagers. We're actively battling up here. He's repairing the keep, but you're seeing he's going to run out of stone. Oh, go, Imam, go. Oh, well, he tried. These spring alts can come forward and start targeting his trebuchet. But look at this. Literally, all of his villagers are either dead or inside of this town center. And once I noticed this, I realized, okay, his villagers must be elsewhere. He is wisely using longbowmen to shoot down my fishing ships. I would do this a lot back in the day when I played English on Mongolian Heights. He's got a lot of crossbowmen, but we can probably deal with that with some archers of our own. Springald getting shots on the trebuchets. Oof. Painful. And now we're moving on to his wood line. That's a lot of dead villagers. At this point, my opponent taps out. It's just too many villager deaths, and this keep's about to fall. There's no way he can save it. I don't think he's mining enough stone. Good game. I think I did well macroing and getting up my 3 town centers quickly and then putting on pressure with small harassing forces. It's really good to harass the English farmlands. There's just a lot of juicy villagers there. Hope to see you for the next game.